Yellow, yellow, yellow. Mellow. Hi and welcome to more drawing the final boss version of my little draw this in your style character. First, like, there was like a Danish pop phenomenon named Christopher. He's been going a little bit international as well. But he did this song, he called it the Facebook song. And it's like a bunch of reactions that he had on his like on his Facebook posts or whatever, or his social media posts. And it's really funny. It's really funny. That's maybe like one of the moments in like Danish pop cultural zeitgeist that could have been fun to be there for. Okay, I just want to look, isn't that super aesthetic? Literally just doing this so that I can get a fun photo for my Instagram story. Give me a second. So it's like his experience with Facebook in a song. Yeah, it's kind of like Welcome to the Internet is also a great song, but it's way more like serious. But it's kind of that. It's kind of that. Yeah. Yeah. And okay, right. I brought it up because it's funny, because it's stuff like it opens up first like, and then like the other voice goes, "Oh my god, you didn't just say that." And then they start bickering. I got the first like. No, you can see you weren't number one. And then it goes to like people commenting on, don't you just hate that people say your hair looks like noodles? Because it doesn't, because you're really cool. Don't you just hate that people say you're stupid and gross and a pig? Because you're none of those. It's fun. I like that one. Anyway. Also, I bring it up to say you should have been there, which is like not how you should do these things, I think. Okay, and then you hit that button because this button allows you to add the story highlight to highlight, add the story to highlights. That's what I was trying to say. And then you wait for the load. You wait for it to load. I'm starting to kind of like this drawing, which is nice. It's a good feeling. We like that. Come on. Come on, little bro. Add to highlights. There we go. Yeah, the warped hand. Like, I know it's a lot, but that's the point. Oh, I forgot to move that though. Yeah. So it's supposed to be part of the same layer. Cool. Let's turn you off and then move you guys back. I'm gonna just get the sketches on like one layer so we can hide them. There we go. Cool. Something important that I need to fix is I'm not leaving a lot of space between the rib cage and the scapula and or humerus. And there's like it's quite a common mistake to just put the shoulder too close to the torso, at least for me, and I've seen other artists do the same thing. So just opening up that space a little bit, I think is going to be great for the piece. Had a really chill day today. Did a little less drawing than normal. I think I like sort of went on my my break a little early today, or my I called it a day a little early today, which was nice. Remember to rest up sometimes. And also I just drew kind of whatever I wanted to, because all my internship assignments are currently waiting for approval. So I had some time to just chill. I'm sorry if it looks less interesting. I'm going to lower the contrast here, just so that my eyes aren't strained to shit. Oh, we're gonna go live on TikTok as well. I'm outpacing 79% of creators so far. Let's keep it going. Looks cooler. Alright. Well, then don't worry about it. I guess maybe it looks like a little bit more esoteric, like there's something going on that you're not quite sure what it is. Like, why does he do that? It's like a little bit of intrigue. A low brightness warrior. Well, yeah, everybody's eyes fatigue easily with bright light. That's the point. That's the point. And then some of us just like tank it, right? I guess maybe you might be right that your eyes fatigue more easily with bright light. I won't take that away from you. But like, as an artist, it's just a little bit silly to always be drawing on white canvas. You have a medical record. Yeah. I thought that might be the case. At least my understanding is though that we should all be doing this. The only thing is that maybe I have a sense that, well, the people are used to seeing drawings on white, and like that little bit of contrast hit can also be part of what makes a drawing interesting to look at. Like, you just have more difference, you have more contrast. Typically, that helps result in more appeal. I wanted to go live on TikTok. There you go. So actually the shoulder here, the shoulder is a bit whack. The way I've drawn the shoulder piece. And we can kind of move this arm all the way out here. Imagine that. It was all the way in here. It's kind of supposed to go all the way out here. Oh, I did see the new Hades 2 trailer, but only briefly on my phone. I wanted to look at it in more detail. It looked really cool. It looked like it warranted like a closer watch. It's the same thing with the new Valorant trailer, which looks crazy. I've only seen it on my phone though, so. Yeah, no, that's insane. A little bit further down. Further down. New York. Give me a second. Yeah, you need to be like hollow. There it goes again with the no sound detected warning. I think my stream TikTok my TikTok stream software, which is super annoying, but it picks up my desktop audio at a lower volume than OBS does. It's horrible. It's hard out here. You go out, then you go up. You go out, then you go up, like so. But this form doesn't really work if it clasps. Man, did you check it out? Did you check out the new Valorant trailer? It's pretty sick. Pretty sick, huh? Never misses with their cinematics and songs. Oh, I don't know if the song's good. Oh, this is wrong. This is incorrect. What am I doing? You go slant down. There's a downward slant. Then there's like an edge to it here. And then this is actually pretty short. Then there's like an inward slant, and then it encounters bicep. It's going in. And then we have this sort of shape here. So first, you slant down. Barely even see the top of the ledge. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You mean the background song for the cinematics? Yeah, that's the ones I don't know. I really liked Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the one for the Mbessa music video. That one was good. And like Bite Marks is fine. Other than that, I never really... Rise is good. It's very hype, but it's good. You love the graphic elements in the cinematic, and the animation was flowy. There's also just like a lot of dynamic perspective, and like I think even like dynamic perspective changes in the animation. That's why I like it a lot. So what did we say? You come up here. There's a little bit of a lip to you. And then you go. And it's this inside shape that I form that I haven't defined yet. It's probably something like that. First in, then out. The lip grows over here. Here. Many wide angles. Yeah, but I'm also saying like animated perspective, like the camera angle, like a lot of changing the camera angle, like during the shot dynamically. Come the fuck on. Okay, let's just say, look at it from the top inside. You'll have these. You'll come in like this. And then, yeah, it does go in. Like that. And that's some of the stuff that's really hard to do, right? Is animating a 2D camera movement while action is going on. While there's action animation. Dude, that's so whack. I don't like that. Someone sent a rose. Sick. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Yeah. Yeah. No, no. I don't like it. I want like a smoother, swoopier form language here. That feels better. That feels more fun. And then let's go again. Let's try to understand that form from another angle. Now it's just this with a bit of thickness. It's just like a folded piece of paper with a bit of thickness and a curve to it. And then it's like, once you have that, I'm cutting into it a bit. That's all it is. That's all it is. We should be able to draw that over here. Fold a piece of paper, add some curve. Add some thickness. And then add a little bit of extra shape to it. Cool. Now you have that. There's like this structural rhythm and a bolt here. Cool. And all this, among other things, means that the bicep is actually rotating around, or the arm is actually rotating around this orb with the discs rather than pivoting from the shoulder. Cool. Okay. A little bit tricky with the industrial design and forms here. But I think now it's kind of internally consistent, which is nice. Cool. I don't know about that cut line. Cool. Yeah, get all this shit out of here. Probably still want to lower this arm a bit. And then let's like do our second pass on the whole lower body area, because now that needs work. This could be some like CNC machined part. And for those, it's like super important to do just some like slightly intricate form modeling. There's just like a lot of in and out at angles. Because like you can with a CNC mill. In, down. I can feel how much my eyes open when it gets late and I'm just here drawing. Get really intense and focused. Get in the zone. And then the other thing with these milled parts is they'll have these like cutouts to them. To make them lightweight, right? Stuff like that will help it read as milled. And I guess I want to, this would be maybe like some hydraulics that we've got going here. Or pneumatics, they could be pneumatics. I don't judge. I mean, theoretically, a little less efficient, question mark, because air can be compressed. I imagine the maintenance is easier though. I am so talking out of my ass. And then it's a good moment to show that there's like an inside of this bowl, an inside to his pelvis and an outside, right? There you go. More cybernetic, more cybernetic. More hard surfacey. Ah, yes. The distracting track. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. This one we skip. You'll rest your eyes for a bit because you got a gaming session coming up. I see. What's the time where you're at? Let me judge you real quick. No, I'm just curious. You went to this gaming session. Good thing too. Athens 9:44. Whoa, you're even later than me. You're 1 hour later than I am. I'm currently sitting at 8:44. Okay, that's you. I don't know, presumably also like a bunch of wires and shit down here. A little bit of CNC milling for some lightweight optimization. When I finish stream, you usually go to bed. Yeah, when I finish stream, I usually go to bed. Next morning, it's like stream never ended. Right. This is true. Yeah, I don't end the stream. Well, I do. My morning stream. I stream through the night. That's how I rest up. And then yeah. Have a day of work, hit my stream through the night to get that going. I had to do the math real quick there. What would the day be like if I indeed didn't end stream? Cool. That's like fine. It's not super interesting. It's just some greebling, just some sort of detailing. Then the idea was this would be like some sort of telescoping. Almost like an elastic. You know, if you like put a bunch of metal rings together with the right tolerance, it can bend a little bit elastically. My streamer gnome doesn't let me rest, so true. Although I guess the streamer gnome is new to me. I thought it was just my art gnome. But man, if it's also my streamer gnome, I have to fight. I gotta get on top of things. Okay. These parachute pants. Been a while that I properly drew them. It's big triangles. It's a thinner fabric, so it's more folds. It's stiffer, so yes, they're triangular. I recall doing a lot of zigzag folds near the lower edge. And then obviously it's like a pant leg pulled forward. So we'll have some smaller like wraparound folds. Yeah. I'm like right at the perspective where I could draw this half lock fold as like just like a big protruding shape, or I could draw this half lock fold as like a big eye, and both kind of work from this specific angle. Though I'm sure one of them works better. We're just gonna go with the protruding shape. That makes more sense to me. We're looking more from the front than we are from the side or the back. Feels like okay, and then if we just don't make it too busy at the bottom, or we like the bottom can be busy, but we just need to leave like an area of rest. Zigzag folds, of course, great spot to think in terms of like X's, Y's, and Z's. Just in terms of the graphic shapes that we'll see here. Just kind of reads if you just think like that. Cool. Other guy. Also bending the knee. Definitely. Though, from this angle, we won't actually see the eye. It'll be covered up by the fold creating it. And then once again, here at the bottom, X's, Y's, and Z's. Do my little speed lines here. And comic style stuff. Yeah, I'd say those pants are good enough. Good enough. Good enough. The battle cry of a generation. Can you TikTok like a stream like as many times as you want? Is that what's going on? That must be the case. It says like 122 likes on the TikTok stream right now. I have not had 122 viewers today. There must just be like a button that you can spam. Which that's a little silly. Acklet, never forget it. won't. I will never. Because of Phineas and Ferb. Word will never leave me. Cool, cool. We're gonna run into a problem, which is that we haven't designed the hoverboard yet. We're gonna have to do some designing. First though, I guess let's procrastinate a little bit more. Because first we can draw the shoes. And only then will it be necessary to design the hoverboard. This is like the base shape for these shoes. They're like platform shoes. I feel like we gotta add more straps. I feel like that's the only logical way to upgrade the shoes to like a final boss type of shoe. Is to add some more strappage. I don't know that I'm super happy about this huge pull tab on the back of the shoe now. Because it kills a lot of like nice negative space. Part of that though is also just like I haven't given the shoe and the foot enough space past the pant leg. It should be something like that. Hey, getting a wave of tiredness will lower the table. And take like the quickest of snack breaks. Be right back. See ya. Have a good time. Hello. Hello. Hi, Sukor. How you doing? Study, study, draw, draw. Taking notes. Taking notes emote. Sounds good. Seems good. It is. It is. Yes. You've seen this guy before, right? I mean, maybe not. It's been a while that I drew him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right. But I'm redrawing him. I'm participating in my own draw this in your style. Right, you've seen him in the left corner, of course. You might not have seen the process on stream. Because I did design this guy on stream. It is one of the first things I did. You're a newbie, you're a newbie. And sadly, no, don't worry about it. It was like fine, I think. But you know, I'm doing this draw this in your style with him, right? So I thought to raise the awareness of that draw this in your style, which is that one participant so far. I would come on here and I'd do a version myself that's a bit different. I'd give it a go myself. So that's what we're doing these next couple of streams, I suspect. Shrink that foot a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, and now here's the thing. Here's the thing where it's like, well, I haven't designed the hoverboard yet. So he needs a hoverboard. Do I have the character sheet nearby? I should. Yeah. Any shapes that I'm using a lot? Well, the classic sci-fi angles. .45-degree angles, 60-degree angles. Laces, there's something with like a lace motif or a laces motif, shoelace motif that could be done here. Honestly, probably not going to be spending too long on this. And then, oh right, I don't think I want a flat end to it. I think I want like an angular end here. To the hoverboard. Matches his shape language better and my idea of a hoverboard than just like a straight edged square rectangle. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Okay, well, first remove the offshoots here. Yes. Then the Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Mainly just flip it to its other side. The reversing wasn't really super necessary. There we go. Four thrusters on a hoverboard. I mean, we're going pretty simple with it. And then what's the one thing I was thinking about? Oh, right, the edge itself. Like essentially super duper simple design. We have these two faces, and then they're gonna have like a one-dimensional maybe we should do like a border, like a bit of like a slight profile to it, like that. We can do that. Glowing, it needs to glow somewhere. All hoverboards need to glow. Let's just start with that, and then we can always change it in the drawing if we really want to. Oh, right, this is hella not how you would stand on a hoverboard. That's a little annoying. Because of course, like, his legs would be to the side. Or his feet would be to the side. Like, sure, maybe pointing a little bit forward, but you know. Huh? What's wrong? What's wrong that I can't draw that? This is the horizontal dimension of the hoverboard. Feet would be pointing that way. That doesn't look very good. Let's just use the old ones. Yep. Let's just use the old feet. Good enough. Good enough. Boy, am I tired. We might have to pivot a stream subject. Cause it's an uphill battle right now. Blubbers. It would just be like into like some figure drawings or something, just something with reference. Because I can tell that I do not need some energy drink. I am not an energy drinker. Especially not this close to my bedtime. Well, then what? Like tea? Right, nothing to get you fired up and performing like tea. Yeah, I drink tea. Tea's fine. I usually don't drink a lot of caffeinated tea before bed, but I've started to a little bit. Because I'm like, it's probably not gonna fuck me up that bad. There's like supposed to be other substances in tea that are actually good for your sleep, so maybe like roughly cancels out is the idea. Helps a lot. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm a little skeptical. Mint tea. Well, okay. But if you're saying mint tea, are you saying like actual like black tea flavored with mint, or are you just saying like herbal mint tea? Because that's an infusion and would be caffeine free. Like real mint tea, actual tea with mint flavor on top of the actual tea. Yeah, black tea or something. I don't know, I haven't done my own research yet. A friend of mine insists that tea, while like actual tea brewed with the tea leaf, while caffeinated, should still help you sleep, because the amount of, there's like, yeah, other substances in said tea that would counteract the effects of caffeine on your sleep. I don't know, man. Once again, haven't really looked into it too much. Not just a flavor, yeah. Could be, but my tea patrol is out at like a Friday bar, cafe type of thing. I can't have my roommate bring me tea. And then you just know it's not gonna happen. You just know. Come on. No. I had an actual good ellipse, but then I control-setted it and made another mark. I do have a roommate. His name is Martin. He's a nice guy. We've been friends for a long time. I go bouldering with him a lot. And my first couple of streams, to be extra supportive, he brought me tea, which was very kind of him. Okay. We're looking at an hour and a half still. I think you win. I think I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea and then see what happens. Be back in a second. Well, in like 3 minutes. All right, we're here again. We're here again. All right, let's have a look. See how's the hoverboard feeling? A sip session. Yeah, it's gonna start now. I just brewed the tea. Now we'll be having a sip session for the next hour and 20 minutes. The board is fine. It's just like also not the start of the star of the show. So it's kind of, I'm kind of fine with it being just fine. One thing that's a little tricky is it's definitely not a board right now, right? Because it's got this very dramatic curve to it. Well, all it has is these, I guess I didn't put like a power source on it. Maybe that would be nice. Just like some sort of battery. This is literally the dumbest design for a battery pack, but I kind of like that. Yeah, so the way I phrase it, you can call it childish. There's no problem with that. Is that I like stupid design. I like design that's like dumb. Where you're like, that's stupid. I think that's a lot of fun. I think that's quite enjoyable. Actually, one of my favorite examples is Bakugo from My Hero Academia, because he's the explosion guy and his hair is an explosion. He's all red, yellow, orange, and like his superhero suit has 2 grenades on his hands. We do be dummy sometimes. Dummy thick. And I just think that's like one of the most fun designs I've seen in a while. Like I really like that design. It's very fun. It's very like, I don't know, there's a lot of joy in that design, I think. It's very clearly someone who just went, wouldn't it be so cool if I just did this stupid thing? Man, I think that's so cool. And then just like ran with it. minus on here, plus here. And I think the coolest thing we can do is try to make this work, like the bend work as like a stylization of perspective, rather than like an actual bend in the board, or like an actual design bend in the board. Like the idea is the perspective is so dynamic that it's bending space. It's bending the hoverboard, right? That's more the feeling that I want. Rather than, oh, it's like an actual design thing that the hoverboard is bent. Cool. Now we can begin the sipping session. Easy, low effort cool down stream. I brewed myself a cup of green tea. All good, all good, all good. Looks good to me. Okay. Let's I say let's slap on some local colors. Classic. I do not have badges and channel points icons already. No. Badges? I did one emote, but I never launched it. I think I can now. I think I should be able to now. What are badges? And channel point icons? Badge given to users who subscribe or use bits during September. Okay. Okay. I see. And I can do those? Like I can do like a subscriber badge or whatever. Okay. What could be a cool badge idea? That's a good question. Maybe like a spray can. I mean, it's gonna be for the viewers, right? I was thinking maybe you have some sensibilities about. I guess it's gonna have to all come down to being based around like the stream branding, right? Which would be for now essentially just this character. So I see that's why you go like maybe a spray can, like maybe something like one of his props or something. Definitely need a lore. What did Thimios had something earlier today? I wonder if it's still in the chat. Nah. So it won't be just an icon and a badge. Right, like this guy, he needs like a backstory. Yeah. I wonder, okay. It wasn't really like a backstory what Thimios wrote. It was just like a little flavor tidbit. I like that because I don't have to do anything. Go to my... What's his favorite thing to do? Graffiti. Second favorite thing is breakdance.
I'm gonna look over you because these dudes over here
don't. Sorry. Favorite thing is graffiti. Second favorite thing is breakdance. Where do we have this? Give me a second. Right. We had this. Stimius just whipped that up earlier. Which is, it's more like flavor text than actual like lore backstory. Hello, hello. Thank you for following, new friend. It's more like backstory. Well, no, flavor than backstory, right? But it's a little fun. But I think that's also specifically like targeted towards like this version of the design and not the guy in general. But it could be the guy in general. That could be his name. That could be like a little bit about where he's at right now. First time joining my stream? Well, thanks for stopping by. And it's really N. Happy to hear. Entertaining so far. Oh, thanks. Do my best. Flat colors. We said flat colors. First though, grab the effects. Get them on another layer. Luckily, you said so far, so I still have room to fuck it up. You have so many emotes. That's the effects, and then everything else we just merge for simplicity's sake. There you go. And then whoops, not that button. This button. You do have a lot of them. How do you get those? Is that from spending money on Twitch? Is it like proof of how rich you are? And or of your fiscal irresponsibility? Spending or receiving a gift from someone. I see. Yeah, and we have the locals right here. It's kind of like League of Legends skins. It's to prove that you've been around, you've spent a lot of time here. Spend some money, have some friends who have done the same. Okay. Oh, come on. Thanks. Yunara's peak character for you? Especially her eyebrows. Right, did you see the finished skin? The end of my project? For a bit. Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I have it open right here. Like a half finished. Well, it's done now. These are the chromas. I did chromas. And here's like and there's actually two parts to this because I also have like a, oh, give me a second. A color dodge layer to that. This is like the big front page. Oh, thank you. Then the chromas that I showed you, and then here's the turnaround, right? So it's like a, yeah, kind of JoJo character about it. Yes, I like JoJo character design a lot as well. It's the same part of me that really gravitates towards these Soul Fighter skins. This is supposed to be a Soul Fighter skin. Yeah, this is the turnaround, the technical stuff. Did these color variations that are supposed to be chromas, right? They're also done after the fact. So I did have some like iterative, explorative color stuff. Where are you at? Like I did have some, here we go. Some iterative, explorative color stuff early on. But that's not really what this is. This is like post-fact. It's not very well ordered either. Give me a second. Where'd they go? Where'd my chromas go? Here we go. And this is like polished post-fact color iterations, right? So it's a little bit of like a different thing. Anyway, so that's the project. Now you've seen it. Gonna be posting it soon anyway. But yeah. Cool. Let's do all the skin. There shouldn't be a lot in this one. It's like the face. It's like some of the fingers. And that's kind of it, because the rest of him is cyborg now. Oh, there we go. Do I do color studies? Occasionally. Mostly I I just look for color palettes that I like. When I find some, I make like a mental note. And then when I color my characters, I go back to them and essentially I rip the color schemes. This is like quite normal practice. So I might find some colors that I really like in an illustration, or in a lighting setup, and then I'll use that on a character. Or I'll find a color combination. It could be even on somebody else's character design that I just really like, and then I'll just like pull from that some other time. Then also, you know, there's like some general like principles for what's appealing colors. This guy is like a pretty classic complementary color scheme. Split complement, actually, I think I would argue, where it's like it's the lime and the purple, right? And they're like here you go. This is my color wheel. But I'm doing like a, and to me this is like a purple. I actually call this purple, yeah. So this is down here in terms of hue. The accent color, which I just used less, is up here in terms of hue, right? So it's directly complementary. And then the split complement is I have an accent color over here. That would be the gold. And I have an accent color over here. That would be the glow and the spray can, right? So this is a split complement. That's quite a common color scheme. If you want less like contrast and dynamism in your color scheme, and you want something that just feels like more cohesive, you might do like an analogous color scheme and just like move around in the same region of the color wheel. That's another way to do a color scheme. And then a third one that I really like, because it just looks so dynamic, is to do like a triadic color scheme, right? So having those frameworks, and that's essentially it. Like you go, is this analogous? Analogous? Is it complementary color scheme? Is it maybe split complement? Or is it triadic? And that choice tells you something about coherent, strong contrast, subtler contrast, and strong contrast, dynamism. That choice tells you something about this overall like mood and intention in your colors. Then it's a lot of like, from there you do this thing of like observing color schemes that you like in other people's art and incorporating that. And then finally, I think it's just like looking for ratios and making sure that your colors aren't just in one bit of your character design, but that they like move throughout it. Oh, I have bluer hues in the arms, but also in the little name tag down here. I have gold accent in this chain, on his props, and on the shoes, right? So little stuff like that factors into it as well. But you'll get very, very far just by observing color schemes that you like and then implementing them in your own work. color is like a massive subject. But in terms of like character color schemes, something like that will get you a long way. A lot of it as well is just like, yeah, leaning back, feeling if like checking if it works, and then trying to mess around a bit. See what changes you make just by like repetition. What changes do you make that all of a sudden make your colors work? And then keep doing those, right? A little bit of skin down here as well, I think. Yeah. I think I want a little bit more gold in the new guy's color scheme, just because gold feels like quite a powerful color, and part of what we're doing today is like leveling him up. That's essentially the conceit, is taking an old design and leveling it up. So adding some more bling, I think, could be a good way to level him up, to make him look stronger as like a video game character. And we'll see. We can start by overdoing it, then we can rein it in later. I suspect that the orbs in his shoulders won't stay gold, but we'll see. Excuse me. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome. I do what I can. That's a big part of what I try to do on these streams, is sharing helpful tidbits as well. Thank you. I think it's very likely that we'll end up introducing some black to the color scheme as well. I'm trying a little bit more blue. I'm not sure it's gonna stay that way. Probably shouldn't, to be honest. Don't know about that one yet. I know it's gonna have to be mid-tone. I mean, honestly, what could be really cool I said I might want to introduce black to his color scheme. I'm like, what if his like spray paint is just sort of like Vanta black? Like in the original version, he's really about color, and that cyan color accent is important in communicating that. But this is the final boss version. What if he's like... It's like a dark adversary. Like black and gold is just really classic as well, right? So this is another thing you can also tell, right, immediately that just iterating is a big part of my color workflow. Like I'll have some ideas about what I think will work, but then I'll try it out, and that'll be a big part of figuring out whether or not I like the colors and the color ideas. Yeah. Okay, let's honestly try it. Before I dismiss it, I do feel like maybe we're losing some of what makes this guy himself when we switch into the supervillain black. But let's give it a full shot before we dismiss it. But what I'm keeping here to try and make him still feel like himself is I'm keeping the complementary green and purple, right? Or lime and purple. I feel like as soon as I lose that, he's definitely not himself anymore. And this is supposed to be dark green here. It's supposed to be. Wait. I had wires on this side too, I swear. Cool, well now I have them again. Cool. Then I said something about like color coherence, and I think part of my problem right now is I have the black be such a dominant color along sort of his legs, his torso, his face, but it's not super present in his arms right now, or it's not at all present in his arms right now, which makes everything feel a little bit off balance to me. Like maybe if I incorporate it in the arms, might feel a little bit better. Still super on the fence about it, but we're trying it out. It's definitely something. I don't know that it's what I want. Okay, let's finish the thought. Sorry, a little bit scatterbrained, a little bit tired today still. Though the tea did help. Tea was a good call. I keep hearing like phantoms of other songs in these lo-fi beats. I can't tell you why, but this one is Daniel Caesar's best part. And it just kind of is. Probably a similar BPM. This one might be a bit faster. Don't like the battery pack. That's too much contrast. Maybe we use the purple. Feels a little better. In general, I think this version of the design, this version of the colors, just shouldn't use the bright purple. Cool. And then he'd have like his little name tags here. Still. Probably with like a green border to it. It's a lot more military now. I don't know. There's something about this purple not fitting in. Could make it fully analogous. Obviously works. Has a different sort of feeling quality to it than what I'm going for. Like that's very military. I think maybe just like warming it up a bit. What did we have? This. Or I can go, does this remind me of a color scheme? That's another good trick, is like, if you have some of the colors that you know you want to use, you can see if you can find similar colors in a piece that you like or know of. And sometimes that can help sort things out a little bit. I think maybe if we warm this green to be a little bit more lime, in this constellation, it might work better with that purple we had from before. This is very cold. This feels more warm, lively, dynamic to me. But I think the overall conclusion is that this is not my guy. This is not how my character is supposed to feel. It's too military, it's too war. And then, yeah, simply too much in that direction. Though a fun experiment. I think we're gonna try something else. So I'll save all these colors out as like colors 1. What I like to do is do a little screen grab and put it in my reference doc. Just so I have this idea like archived somewhere. But I do indeed think we will not be doing that. Instead, we'll be trying out something that's like closer to his original color scheme with some tweaks. Oh wait, give me a sec. Copy paste it, now modify. Modify colors 2. So now let's go back to trying to figure this puzzle out. We have two quite dramatic, quite saturated color highlights. This cyan and this lime. So this is starting to feel like, right, when I look at this color wheel here, I'm seeing we have using this color around here, and you know, some orange stuff around here. We're using this color and we're using a hue around here. So now this is starting to feel I mean, it's either a very wide split complement, and we could rein it in by just making you more blue rather than cyan, or, which I think is more the case, we're doing like a triadic color composition, right? You've got the lime yellow here, got the purple magenta, and we've got the cyan. Triadic. So I think maybe we need to lean into that. So I'm thinking push the purple more magenta. And now we're dealing with like a fully triadic color scheme. Now it's just like massaging it into something that feels good. The challenge, of course, we need to massage the color scheme until it feels nice. You know, just like push a bit here, pull a bit there. Let me think. This is where I'm like, let's look at some, maybe some like Spider-Verse concept art or something. because I think that's a property that does triadic CMY colors once in a while in a way that looks really nice. Big part of it is not making every color as saturated, right? Because then you just get a mess. But like pick colors for saturation and colors to have less saturation. That's a good start. Generally, I would say that triadic color schemes are a bit tough because it is a lot about like managing like a lot of different elements in your piece that are calling for attention, right? Here's a great example though. I mean, really, I could just steal the exact colors from my original and just only touch the ratios. It's just that looks bad. So just make sure we have a dark color, a mid-tone color, and a light color at the very least. I mean, this is also kind of fun. We'll have 3 color iterations. Look at us. Now that always felt a little bit extreme to me. Like that is very, very bright all of a sudden, kind of for no reason. think the pants need that much contrast. Okay, so here's kind of the straight ahead solution that just I merged the effects onto the line layer. Here's sort of the straight ahead solution that just utilizes the colors, like the existing color scheme in the design. And then I'm really just dialing the color relationships a little bit. Introducing more of the gold to the design. And turning down the skin color and the lime a bit. Also changing the hue of it a bit. But I think that feels good in this context because it's like more, it feels more contrasty. Feels warmer. It feels cooler. You see only in black and white? That's wild. Has that been all your life? It's a joke. You're messing with me. Damn. Damn. Well, you got me. You got me. Happy to hear. Really went from that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that to amazing. That's so sick that you don't have that problem. I had to try this one. But I think, yeah, it's just too out of character. And we had this one. It's like fine, it's just like a different flavor. And now there's this one, which is more in line with the original colors. At the same time, it feels a little bit more interesting to me now. I like that the color of the pants is used in more of the character design. Like now he's like primarily mid-tone, then he's dark secondarily and light as an accent, and I like that. I think this could be closer to the mid-tone. And then maybe we could do something to these laces to make them like stand out a little bit less. I don't know, it's just now that I'm really using the light value to guide the eye, it feels like a lot to have so much of that light value right there. I don't know, maybe it's like one of the threads in the lace light instead of them being like a fully neon thing. So it's like, oh, it's interesting. You have reason to look there. But it's not as big a lump of like color accent as we have like around the chest and the head area. A little more maybe. That makes it very busy all of a sudden. Which I also don't mess very much with. I mean, the cheap answer is just like, oh, only one side of the lace is... Only one side of it is green. We get a smaller mass of our accent color. At the same time, it's not as much visual noise as what I just did. Still is some visual noise, but you know. Yeah, I don't know. Unsolved issue for now. Okay. I still don't like the way the board is balanced, color-wise. And the laces are tripping me up just a little bit. But I think I'm landing on something that overall I like. Like if we do one of those little hue and saturation maps real quick. Set you to here. Obviously the cyan and the magenta, like a really big focal point creator. It would be good to have some of that in the head face area. I think we should have that. Otherwise, I like that when we look at this guy, most of his surface area is purple, blue, or low in saturation. And then we have these high saturation areas where we have the green, where we have the gold, and where we have the paint. But I think it would be a really good idea to grab some of those colors in the paint and put them where we want you to look. Immediately feels better. Because now it's like the main color statement is drawing your attention here and here, obviously, here, here, and here. All interesting bits of the illustration and or the design. In different sizes as well. Man, that's that's pretty fortunate. Look at this big, medium, small I've got going on. Damn. Feels a lot better like that. Cool. That feels decent to me. I'm glad we tried the other color ideas. Did our little bits of exploration. But I do think this is like more what he's about. Why do I always merge colors that aren't supposed to be merged? The battery being an important power source should have some indication that it's using like some color indication that makes us think, oh, that powers that. I think that's important. And I think the hoverboard could have a little bit more going on the rim here. That said, we have just about reached the end of the stream. Quite happy with the progress on this one today. It did not look like this when we started. Yeah, celebrate. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. Please participate in my Draw This in Your Style deadline October 1st. Please do, please participate in it. Please draw this guy. The top 5 the top 5 participants in my Draw This in Your Style will receive a commission drawn on stream. And there's 1 participant so far. I think still. So top 5, that could be you. Not much else to say than have a good one, sleep tight. See you in the next one. Goodbye.